Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about developing material for listening and speaking class. So in this virtual learning object, we're going to give you some tips at the time you are going to develop the correct material for your classes. So let's start. Okay, this following VLO will be focused on introducing some playful activities to be applied in class lessons, putting into a practice listening and speaking skills. For this VLO, we have as a main objective identify some strategies and activities that support the educational process. And as a secondary objectives, recommend virtual environment for the development of activities, support teaching practice with playful activities, and provide update information on new educational methodologies. Okay, as I say at the beginning, I'm going to give you some tips at the time you are going to develop listening material for face-to-face and online classes. So let's start. For face-to-face, the first step, identify objectives and goals to be achieved. This one is really important or really useful for both kind of lessons, face-to-face and online. So next one, pay attention to the population to be taught and their English level. This one is really important because you need to understand what they need. So when you understand that kind of things, you can create and develop the correct listening material. The next one, identify creative material, avoiding boredom during the lesson. This is really important. Pay attention on this one because you need to take in mind why they want, why they like, and try to develop material according to their topic interests. So, next one, be careful with the management during the activities. Be careful with this one because in some cases we spend too much time in activity, but then we let apart another activities that maybe is really important, but the time is over. So be careful with the management during the time. Next one, encourages collaborative and teamwork. This one is very important. For example, in my case, with my students, I try to develop all my activities using collaborative games. I really like see them playing together, so try to take this one in mind. Now, with online lessons, how I say before, identify objectives and goals to be achieved. Next one, pay attention to the population to be taught in their English level. Because you're not in the same place. So you can solve all the questions. So you need to give them better information, easy information for them. And that's why I say uh, pay attention to the population, what they need. Next one. This one is really important in online lessons. Anticipate connection difficulties and determine additional strategic. In some cases, the internet is not reliable. It's not working really well, obviously. So you need to try to give them another strategy to interact with the each others. Next one, be careful with the time management during the activities. Like I said before, this one is really important because in online lessons, the time is really short. So pay attention with this one. And finally, identifies age-appropriate material for students. So this one is really important because, for example, if I had students young students, really young students, they really like cartoons, video games, videos, and something like that. And we need to give them that or design material using that to keep their interest in the lesson. So pay attention on this one. Okay, these are some interactive activities that you can use in the face-to-face lesson for develop the listening skill. So the first one, use YouTube. That is really useful because you can play songs with appropriate English and answer questions. So this one is a really useful tool to develop the class. The next one, storytelling. So you can say to your student, listen this story and draw the story. So in this case, you can identify if they understand or what they understand according to the story. Next one, the telephone. Students sit in a circle and pass around a message by whispering in the neighbor ear. So it's really cool because maybe at the beginning you start with a sentence and at the end the sentence have changed completely. That is really cool. And finally, podcast. Play a podcast and have a discussion to the topic. This one is really useful for advanced advanced students because their listening skill is better and you can discuss of the topic. Interactive activities for online lessons. So again, use YouTube. Again, how I said before, play songs with appropriate English and answering questions. It's really useful in online lessons, this tool, YouTube. Now again, storytelling. Listen and draw the story. You can play a great story and let them to draw what they listen or what they understand in the story. Next one, movie clip. Play movie clips and students will tell the main idea. That's why you identify if the students listen or their listening skills is appropriate for the uh, English level in the movie clip. If they understand the main idea, they understand everything in the clip. And finally, audiobooks. Obviously, if you have an audiobook, you can listen different stories and maybe you can say you play an audiobook, listen story, and then discuss on the characters. Okay, that is all for now for listening skills. Now we are going to talk about speaking material again for face-to-face and online lessons. The first tip, identify objectives and goals to be achieved again. This one is really important. It doesn't matter if it's a listening material, speaking material, or if it is used to face-to-face or online lessons. Next one, pay attention to the population again. How I said before, it's really important to identify where is your population, where are the level of your students. So if you know it, you can design the correct material for them. Choose a context that is up to date and of interest to students. So you need to understand their mind. So pay attention what they like, what they want, where is interested to. So use that to develop the speaking material. Then be careful again with time management during activities. Like I said before, we need to pay attention of the time because we don't want to let apart uh, maybe another activity really important for the lesson. And finally, make correction at the end of the student intervention. Let them talk too much, okay? And then don't interrupt. And then give them the feedback, but don't interrupt them. So, in online lessons, again, identify objectives and goals to be achieved, pay attention to the population to be taught, under English level, anticipate connection difficulties and determine additional strategies, and allow an organization participation, avoiding interruptions. So, in some cases, all of them want to talk at the same time. So, organize uh, participation and try to keep the class in order. And finally, be careful with the management during the activities. This one is really important. So if you have an activity, if you have created or designed an activity really long, pay attention with the time, because you can let apart one step to the lesson. These one are some interactive activities for face-to-face lesson, but developing speaking skills. Okay, so the first one, and in my case, the most important game for practice speaking, the role play. Characterize a character in a specific environment. So this one is really important because you can be a pilot, engineer, doctor, and stay into their skin. So this one is very important. I really like this to practice my speaking skill. Then we have three hands monster. Ask question to the monster, and each head will say a word to answer. It's really confusing at the beginning, but when they understand the idea, they really enjoy this activity. Then, interview. Answer a question and get a job. That is a cool idea, because you really need to understand the question and give the correct answer to get a job. That is really cool. Next one, discuss and debate. Maybe this one is, well, better used for advanced learners, because you can give them a topic and allow for debate with option for and against. So maybe if you don't have, or if you are starting to learn English, you can do it great debate or discuss. So maybe use it for advanced learners. Now, interactive activities for online lesson, developing the speaking skill. So I think it is, for me, maybe the most important tool for teaching English, YouTube, because you can, for example, in this case, play the video and pause it at any time for students to make prediction about what will happen next. So in this case, you can help them to develop the listening skills and speaking skill at the same time. So really, really useful. Next one, pictures. Show a picture and students will explain what they see in it. Really easy. Reviews. Get a student to give reviews of books or movies they have watched recently and been assigned. So it's really cool. So pay attention. What is the recent movie, and talk about the movie and ask them what they like, what did you prefer, what do you don't like of the movie, and let them discuss about that. But remember the tip, don't interrupt, let them speak and express their ideas. And finally, TV show. Present an entertainment topic as if you were on television. So if you create an scenario and stage, so you can give them the opportunity to use a better language, use different words, and present a TV show. As a conclusion, creating material to reinforce listening is really important, because it is the first communication skill to be developed. Another one, design and listening activities promotes dialectic improvement and contributes to accent development. So really important to sounds as a native. The third one, the use of speaking activities increase confidence in communicating through a foreign language. And finally, speaking activities are reflected in learning fluency and motivation. So take in mind that we're all the time working on the student motivation. These are some references that we use for develop this VLO. Thanks for watching. I hope it was really useful for you and see you in the next video. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comments below. So thank you so much and bye.